We are Legion.
What's up, Comic Legion? Happy Sunday night and welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark and we got a good show and a lot to talk about tonight, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I just passed my 300 subscriber mark, so that next giveaway video will be dropping later this week. And in order to win, you do have to be subscribed to the channel. So go ahead and smash that button now if you haven't already and ring the notification bell. That way you'll know as soon as that video drops and you'll be able to see what I'll be giving away as well as how to enter that drawing. So we've had a big week and we're going to go ahead and bring in our guests I have with me tonight. You might recognize him from a previous video with me. We have Specks Thompson of Specks Vision,
What's
the
going
creator
on,
and owner of Legacy of the View. He's got his own comic and he decided he would do me the favor of coming back on this weekend because we found out that him and I are into a lot of the same books. So we just figured we'd hop on, hang out, and talk about some of those. Oh, it looks like he dropped out. Well, until he hops back in, I'm going to go through the chat and say hey to a few people. We've got the Comic Vet. What's going on, man? If you guys haven't already, go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. He drops a lot of cool videos. Great guy. Remy Q Studios, what's happening, brother? Awesome content coming from his channel as well. Ruben Guzman, as always, Cowabunga. And then we have Lascrucius, 1971. Hello, my friend from New Mexico, and our previous giveaway winner. Kid Rano Prince, what's happening, brother? If y'all don't know, you should be following him on YouTube and on Instagram. He makes these awesome 3D printed stands that are holding these beautiful John Jang variants up here. All right. So how's it going, Specs?
It's going pretty good, man. Just getting home, man.
No, that goes the holidays. Still going for me.
It's almost over, man.
It is. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel finally. So I've got about a week's worth of awesome books. I didn't do a show last weekend just due to my work schedule and family engagements. I didn't get home Sunday night till after 10 o'clock, and I was just ready for bed. But I've got all kinds of good stuff that came out. It looks like Marvel and DC dropped a lot of good stuff as well as some indie titles right before the New Year's. What all did you pick up?
I'm still trying to get into the X of Swords. I'm still trying to finish that as of yet, and I got some indie comic books as well in myself from Kickstarter.
How hard was it to get into X of Swords or keep up with X of Swords?
I've been reading the X-Men, pretty often, so it was just coming off of Empire. It seemed like it went from Empire straight to X of Swords. I think Cable, he actually got his sword in the Empire story arc, so it was.
So I read Empire. I was completely I feel like I don't pick up a lot of Marvel stuff. Like there's been years when my pull box is more Marvel than DC. And then but as of now, lately it just hasn't been very Marvel heavy. So when Empire started, I decided to pick it up just to have more to read. And dude, I was so bummed out with Empire. I feel like it never got started.
Well, it got pushed back because of the epidemic. It was supposed to be, I think, a spring event, I believe.
Oh.
And it got pushed back.
Yeah, I don't know what. I just wasn't happy with the story, really.
Yeah,
there was this awesome X-Men tie-in issue that I did read. My son was running around in the book exchange, and he picked up a comic. And he was, at that point, he was just a little bit over 2 when that came out. Now he's 3, and he doesn't really mess with stuff. But he picked up a book, and he didn't mess it up, but I still felt obligated to buy it. And I read it. It was probably like the single best issue of X-Men that I've read in I don't know how long. But it's basically just Magneto just kicking butt from just start to finish of the whole book.
Oh, is it about the beginning of it? Is a guy I can't think of his name right now. He's talk to the kids in the beginning and how Magneto saved everybody.
Yeah,
story
I
when he
believe
used
so. And it showed all the little plant people try to invade their island,
yeah
and
he
they are
dropped the
running.
satellite on the guy twice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the dude's just sitting there talking King Kamehameha at him, and he's just standing there with his arms crossed, and he drops the satellite on him. The dude crawls out, then he drops a bigger one on him. And it wasn't
yeah,
just any satellite; it was the 3 satellites the government was using to spy on him without their permission. So he did it strategically too. Like
yeah,
it was amazing.
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
dude.
that was a pretty good book.
Yes, it was. I was so shocked, dude. It was just cool, like how Magneto just chills. You know, he allows the island to run itself until he's absolutely needed, and then he
Yeah,
just comes out and just walk the dog on him. It was really cool.
yeah. Like Matt News is one of my favorite X Men too. So I mean, it was great for me to see that. I was because like he's been seen kind of like a comic relief character in the recent issues. Like
Yeah,
uh, Wolverine had stole his helmet in the Wolverine issues and peed in it. Then he was complaining about it. He ended up putting the helmet on. And he ended up smelling it like pee. Um, it was another one. I think it was a an annual. I can't remember what it was, but I think the guy's name is Phantomo. He looks like a like Deadpool, but white and black, and has a
white and
trench coat.
black. Yeah,
He came there looking for help for them, and he was like, they had Magneto being a drunk in there too. Like it's crazy. They had him and Cyclops being a drunk. So
that's
it just
weird.
yeah, it just,
Seems a little out of character. I'm not really dialed into X-Men like I was for a few years. Like when Whedon was doing like Astonishing X-Men, like that was an awesome run. That was like early 2000s. That was really the last time I was real heavy into X-Men. I did read through like the House of M stuff, and then after the House of M and everything, I kind of fell off. And that was like 15 years ago.
well, like haven't been keeping up with X Men just the same as you because Marvel been pushing it out the spotlight. But like I read like X Men versus Avengers and stuff like that. But I can't say Jonathan Hickman has brought me back watching, not watching, but reading X Men comics. Like
Now,
ever
have you been
since.
picking up King in Black?
No, I haven't got King in Black yet, but I have read everything leading up to it.
Yeah. See, and I'm the opposite. I didn't read any of the stuff leading up to it. But just because so many people I speak to, they were going to pick it up. I picked it up just to kind of just be able to talk, and it's been really good. At least the first issue was really good. The second issue was it was all right. I mean, I guess if I was more into the backstory and everything, it might mean a little bit more. But the first issue went really hard.
What what
No one
I
ended up riding in a celestial.
what I just realized really like this week is the same guy who writes Venom also writes Thor
Yeah,
because
Donnie Cates.
yeah, so they gave him the shot at this I guess this year's event, and no, I think he's been in the Thor comic book, so everything like runs together. So
This has been building up for a long time. Long
yeah,
time. He's really I think that's why it has so much potential. Like this how long he's been building up to it, what all he's led into it. And I don't know if you started picking up, but issue 3 of Crossover comes out this week, and it's an image title that Donnie Cates is writing. And that's actually I don't know if you can see the background. I got the see, I have it right here. It's
is
like
it
where
the
all the characters out right there.
okay? Who's the female right there?
Her name is Ellie. She's a character that's just for this book. Like it takes place in the real world, like our world, where Donnie Cates exists and Hickman exists. All the actual comic book writers exist. And in Colorado, there was like basically a rift in reality where all the comic book characters from all the different publishers entered into our world. And then a dome went up around the city that's keeping them all in there. There are a few stragglers out, but the world is trying to come to terms with how to live in society now with actual heroes from their comic books in the real world. And there's all kinds of crazy elements and that they've introduced in that last issue to it. But so far it's been really really cool. Highly recommend catching up on that before it goes any farther. And Donnie Cates, the writer of Venom and Thor and all that, he's been teasing that this third issue is going to be a big deal issue.
Wait, he writes Spawn too.
He doesn't write Spawn.
He just a
uh
Titan character.
yeah, and being that it's an image title, I think there's so far, like they've shown like Batman, but only silhouetted in a jail cell. They've shown like Wonder Woman only like in a shadow, but you know it's her because you can see the lasso on her hip.
Oh,
So they
okay.
haven't been able to show other properties like Marvel or DC or anything like in the forefront. But being that Spawn is Image, they can just show him all willy nilly, like, you know, without having to buy rights or borrow the rights to use the characters. But
Yeah.
they tease Superman like extremely, extremely heavy in the first issue. They say him by name. They have a little girl draw a picture on a piece of paper with a guy flying with an S on his chest, but they haven't actually straight up shown any other properties yet.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I have checked that one out.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's fun, man. It's just you're sitting there the whole time, like checking out the surroundings, trying to find stuff hidden and everything. It's
A
really
lot of
cool.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, a whole lot. I was with the first issue, I was surprised at how many Easter eggs there were for the real world. And then by the time the second issue ends, they've really established that this is the real world, that it's not Easter eggs. They were just laying out the setting of the story. It was really cool.
Is it bi-weekly or is it monthly?
Monthly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, have you heard of the Department of Truth?
I have.
That's fire. That's outrageous. That's another one that came out right 2 weeks ago that I picked up that was really good. It just deals in if conspiracies, the more people believe them, they become reality. It's
Yeah, that's
nuts.
the same guy who just finished writing Batman, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's still on Batman. Of course, he's on this little 2 month hiatus during Future State, but yeah, he's. I don't want to say he's done great on Batman. Like he's done some good runs, but there's no delivery to him. So I don't know. I just haven't been too impressed with his run on Batman myself. A lot of people have liked him. He did introduce like Punchline and Ghostmaker and Clown Hunter, which I think Clown Hunter is an awesome character. Punchline, she's grown on me. Ghostmaker, I just did not care for.
Did Clown Hunter, did his origin story come out?
Yes, 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 and it was fire, dude. Like it
Okay.
was
See, I
so
missed
well
it.
done,
I've been waiting for it to come out. I missed it.
dude. The interior art on this is so sick. Like it, I wouldn't necessarily want to see it in like a monthly title, but it's all like it's real gritty and it's rough. It reminds me of Kevin Eastman, the guy who does like the Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like perfectly reminiscent of his style, but look at some of that art. That's just
Oh yeah.
it's nuts, dude. But it was really cool for an annual, you know, just kind of a one shot because it just completely is on Bow. Like it was a really really good read, and the way that it like Tynan did a great job with that. He same writer did that, and dude, it was really fantastic.
Okay, okay. So
And we have
out of all three of his original characters he made for this Batman run he has, which one your favorite so far? Out of
oh
like
Clown
Punchline,
Hunter
Ghost.
by far.
Okay.
Clown Hunter by far. But I was hoping when they first announced the future state stuff and the next Batman, that how his identity was hidden for a little while, and even in the story, he's supposed to keep his identity hidden because vigilantes are outlawed, and that's why he has his even his mouth covered. I was hoping to God that they were going to let that be Bow, like let that be a grown up Clown Hunter, maybe like where Bruce Wayne failed with Jason Todd, maybe he succeeded with Clown Hunter and gave him some redemption, cleaned him up, trained him proper, and he was the one that he passed it on to. But they went with Tim Fox. But so maybe, like you mentioned, maybe Clown Hunter will be the villain.
But then at the same time, Tim Fox is Batman, and I know Future State supposed to be a, a, a time jump. So how old is Tim Fox?
The next Batman, as well as I'll give you the exact year. All right, so Arkham Knights, Batgirl, Batman, Superman, Batman, Catwoman, Gotham City Sirens, Red Hood, Dark Detective, Flash, all those titles all are going to be taking place in 2025. There's this huge timeline that Future State's going to exist in. Not all of these titles exist in the same time frame,
So just a
but
5 year time jump.
yeah, it's just a little bit in the
Oh,
future.
okay.
Like Christopher Nakano, who just won the runoff for mayor in the final issue of Detective. What issue was that? Yeah, this issue came out 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Christopher Nakano, who ran on the platform of outlawing all the vigilantes and masks, he just won mayor, and he's the mayor in Future State. He's
Okay.
the one that hires I forget his name, the Marauder or something, to keep watch over Gotham,
So who's the
keep the
commissioner?
masks out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all on that one.
Okay, 'cause I know Jim Gordon's not no more.
We got my buddy Bart all the way from Belgium tuning in. How are you doing, Bart? What's going on, Adrian? Thank you for stopping by. Here's the comic vet says something is killing the children is better than the bat. Absolutely. James Tynion, the same guy who's writing Batman, writes something is killing the children, and it is wow.
Yeah, Common the Story, and he was talking about that in his last stream he did. I was like, man, he keep talking about it. I gotta check it out.
Dude, I ordered the volume one of the graphic novel. I picked it up 2 weeks ago. I read it all in one night, and then I went right back up to my LCS because he got the second one in too. I guess he assumed that I would need it. I went right back up there and picked up the second volume. I started picking up individual issues at like issue 10.
Hmm.
So I pretty much read all the way from issue 1 to 13 in like 3 days, and it was
Wow.
awesome to get just sit and just. And I wasn't planning on it. I was like tired as I could be, laying in bed. It's like I'm just going to read an issue and then go to sleep, and I just binge read. But it was awesome to get to read it in chunks like that. Department of Truth was optioned for a show slash movie, wasn't it? I did not see any news on it being optioned yet. I did see where the rights to make a show or movie were bought for really expensive. I don't know if that means the same thing or not, but I think it was right after issue 1 of Department of Truth dropped. I saw the news where the film rights for it were bought for a lot of money.
So, but it's not finished though, and they already bought it out.
Yeah, they people. You got to think like how much money like there is in the comic book game back in the 80s and 90s. Like I didn't realize it till I started working at a movie store. But so many of the movies from the 80s and 90s, if you watch the credits, they're all based on a novel or based on this. Nowadays, there's so much comic book content. It's not even all superhero. Just the Department of Truth is basically could be like our generation's X Files if they want to make it into a TV show.
Yeah, that's what he described it as. So it's like I think like only the kids can see the thing that's getting them, and like only one person that comes to save them can see it, and she's like helping them out.
Well, as an adult, I don't only want to say anything, but it's a really cool concept to it. But like adults, we don't believe in monsters, but kids sure do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that they kind of play into that a little bit. And there's this whole secret society and this whole order called the House of Slaughter that really get into it. Go tell mommy to turn it on your bat cave, buddy. Okay. His little Chromecast in his room, we named it the Bat Cave, so he doesn't even
Okay.
call his bedroom a bedroom anymore. He's learned to call it the Bat Cave from day one. It's perfect. Raising him right.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, mine's on the same path soon.
That wouldn't be a bad idea to do a review on those trades. I just hate the idea of like this is a spoiler filled show. So I don't know why I'm trying to hold back. And that's how I even I put in the description whenever I share it or anything. Like it's meant to be a spoiler filled show. So that being said, I would hate to do something outside of the parameters of this show and spoil something as good as something is killing the children. But I could always start it out with a spoiler alert, I guess. I don't know. That would be fun. But it's definitely worth reading. And I hate that I took so long to get into it. There's a couple of stuff. My pool box is huge normally, and there was a couple books that I got into late, and that was one. And Firepower was the other one. I started that at issue 4.
Yeah, I got Firepower on Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That book is really good. It started out as a graphic novel. Like it's weird they didn't start with an issue 1. They started with a graphic novel, which is basically Owen getting to the mountains and to where he trained with Wei Lin to begin with. It was really cool. I like how they formatted it and did it.
Mm-hmm. I think they just went. They ain't think it's gonna be that successful or something like that for them to change the format up.
Yeah, I don't know. It was bold. It was a bold move, and I don't know how, but there was one of the graphic novels, one of the trade paperbacks had been sitting at my LCS the whole time, and as soon as I thought to go back and see if I could find one. There's just one sitting on the shelf, so it was perfect. I was able to pick it up and binge read. I read that in one sitting. It just read that smooth.
Mm. Okay. I gotta get back into it. Like I said, I got the first I guess teaser comic on Free Comic Day. I just haven't went back to go get it yet. But
I definitely
it
recommend
was
that.
interesting though. It did catch my eye. You know.
So, what else have you read recently outside of X-Men, or what have you been picking up or chasing after?
I've really been chasing after Hawkeye and Free Fall. I've been trying to get my hands on that. It's basically have you read it? You know about it?
Mm-mm.
It's basically a story about Hawkeye and what he's doing. He's not being a superhero. Basically, it's like I guess you say like his daily life, but I guess more like I got compared to anything like Spectacular Spider-Man. How Peter Parker is more focused on Peter Parker than it was Spider-Man. So in
Mm-hmm.
the same ways, more focused on Clint more than Hawkeye.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did you see that amazing cover that came out last week?
The new costume.
No, that I saw where they announced that. That's a little odd, but that
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
pretty wicked. And
It's all webs.
yeah, every bit of it. It's
Dang.
nuts. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
From somebody named Gleason. And the guy that's in the chat right now, Comic Vet, check out his YouTube channel. He does an amazing little video on just that book, on just the spec around it and everything, and what we
Was
could
that a
probably
variant or
expect.
that?
This is the A cover. This was just a standard A cover that hit shelves. That's pretty wild. It
Yeah.
looks like it should be a variant. I know that they did make a virgin copy that didn't have the trade dress. It's just all black,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and somebody pointed out online that there is an error on the cover. That if you look at the P, they didn't put the top of the P above the web. It's just all black up there.
Mm.
A little printing error there.
It might be worth more now.
Yeah, I wonder if all of them are like that. I haven't seen anything about it yet, if there's any mention of it or not. Another one I picked up this week that was really cool. I love Ghost Rider, dude. Ghost Rider's just always been such a cool character, and they did a one-shot Return of Vengeance.
Now, which Ghost Rider do you like? Do you like which one's your favorite?
I grew up with Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider, like the one from the '90s.
The one
Johnny
that drives the
Blaze.
car?
No. That's it's like the. Well, I mean, if you want to go back to Carter, you had Carter, Johnny, Danny, and then I forget the guy's name who drives the car, the most recent one. But Danny was the second. He was a Ghost Rider after Johnny Blaze, after the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. He was the one from the '90s. At that point, Johnny Blaze just looked like a normal man, and he had a little bit of hellfire left in him, and he walked around like a shotgun and stuff. But like, do you remember the Ghost Rider 2099 book from back in
Yeah,
the
I do.
'90s? Like when that book came out, the regular Ghost Rider at the time in normal comics was his name was Danny Ketch. He's the one that had the he had like the big. It looked like a big skull on the front of his bike, but it was just all black and it was solid. Let me see if I can
See,
find a
dang,
picture
I
of
always
him.
thought that was Johnny Blaze. I thought it. So that's new. That's new for me. I thought I didn't know. I didn't know anything about him. I went
Yeah.
thought it was Johnny Blaze to the guy who drives the car to the
Uh,
girl, then back to the guy with the car again.
yeah.
And now
I,
and now
I,
apparently Frank Castle.
yeah. Oh yeah. The Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool. I just got this laptop and I'm tempted to try the screen share thing to see if I can pull up a picture of him. I'm gonna try it real quick. Let's see. Screen
So who
share.
so who's the
Chrome
one in the
tab.
Spider-Man TV show from the 90s?
That's Danny Cat. Well, I don't know how they played that. If they had him look like Danny Ketch or if they had him straight up be Johnny Blaze. I don't know how they did it, but he looked like Danny Ketch. There's a perfect picture of him right there. Yeah, I don't know if I could get it to work.
Well, you have a screen up now. It says the screen. I see now. It's new comments. You got your comments we just talked about up there.
Yeah. I don't know why it tabbed out differently.
Wait, I'm probably gonna look it up. Hold on a second. I can look it up. I'm on my laptop myself. Let me see. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember him. I thought it was a different motorcycle, but yeah, I know exactly who he is. And he is the one from the cartoons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at feedback now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I put him up on mine, and that is the guy from the cartoon. And I know who he is. I know exactly who he is. I always thought that was a different motorcycle or a different like artist drawing it.
I can't get it to unscreen share now. There we go. Do you have feedback on yours? Like,
No, you good? You sound great.
Okay.
And it looks like he had a blue fire head at one point in time.
That's probably just how it was drawn. Did you see the second Ghost Rider movie with Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Oh, at the end, he kind of had the blue flame, and they kind of get into like how it was an angel that was corrupted with the Ghost Rider to create him.
Oh yeah. So that's what the blue flames they hitting
It
at, I guess.
it could be, or it could just be an artist taking liberties on it.
Now it's like multiple pictures on Google Images of it. No, is that Ezekiel? Yeah. It's Zadkiel. That was the event that happened.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened in the second movie by the angel.
This is driving me nuts. I've got like when I screen shared it hiccuped and it like put me on twice. So I've got a window that's not even up showing, but it's at the bottom here and I can hear an echo of my own voice.
Yeah, but you hear me though about the angel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he had the blue flame. So they took that storyline and put it in the second Ghost Rider movie.
And there's a really cool series in about 2007, I think. It was Clayton Crane did the cover for it and all the interiors. It was called Ghost Rider Road to Redemption or something like that. And they talk a lot about the angels and how much part they had to play with Ghost Rider getting his power.
Mm.
I did pick up a couple of other books from local stores today. I want to show off. I scored a Commandy #1.
Okay.
Jack Kirby's tenure at DC. Got that from Top Dog Comics, and I got a Tales to Astonish '91, the first cover appearance of Abomination. Are you familiar with Dead Media Collectibles?
I'm not.
They're over on Central Avenue. Dude, they've got a ton of awesome stuff.
What they got what toys and books or What all they have?
Toys, books, old board games, action figures, like everything cool and Second and Charles, but a lot more rare and none of the stuff you don't care about.
Okay, I
And
have to
we got
check them out.
Buddy in here real quick. Justin from Justin Comics just showed up. How you doing, buddy?
How we doing, my man? Appreciate you having me in. Can you hear
How's
me?
everything going?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Took a little bit of a hiatus, just focusing on me throughout the Christmas break. But I'm very grateful to be back. Working on some big things for the channel. I want to work with a lot of new people, and I'm always grateful to be on your show, man. So I'm very glad to be here. So yeah.
It was good to have you. This is I don't know if you saw the interview I did with Specks Thompson. He's a creator and owner of Specks Vision, and he has his own comic called Legacy of the View.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw that a little over a week ago, right? Or about a
Yeah.
week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last week. Yep.
Yeah, and you've been on other channels too, right? Or no?
Yeah, I was on Draw and Talk, and I was also on the Comic Chat Authority.
I saw that one. I didn't see the first one, but I saw the other one. Yeah, man. Nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too,
Yeah.
man.
So what are we talking about?
We were talking about some Ghost Rider. They had that Ghost Rider one-shot Return of Vengeance that came
Mhm.
out.
I was so mad that I couldn't get the one where he's on the bike, like kind of spinning.
The nullified variant.
Yeah, I couldn't find that one. I think I got one of them, but I can't remember which one I got. But I was listening to y'all earlier. I'm so excited to get the new crossover. I haven't read book 2, but I mean book 1 was.
So y'all both on crossover, man.
This can be a good one.
Everyone crossover.
Yeah.
Look, I was getting chastised for a while in the community because that first issue, I was still preaching how awesome it was and telling everyone to read it, and a lot of people weren't feeling it. But
Mhm.
after that second issue, everyone was on board.
Yeah. I haven't read the second one. I'm going to probably tonight. I've been focusing on Only Find Them When They're Dead, Once and Future, and then I just finished a few seconds ago The Endless Winter. Very impressed.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. I was too, man. I didn't see that ending like that. So
It
was really
where
good.
Are you at on We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
Book 2. So I got
Okay.
two more to go.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It just gets better and better.
Boom Studios, I don't know if it's necessarily their paper or just what they do as far as coloring. There's not a better print than Boom Studios and what they do as far as just artwork. I love their artwork.
Their artwork looks great. I can agree.
Yeah.
It transfers well, and forget that I think it's Simon DeMeo who does the art for that book. They did the run in Power Rangers for Beyond the Grid, which was fantastic.
Let's see. Yeah, I have the standard one. I probably want to get this slabbed for my personal collection, but
yeah, that's kind of spiked too.
Yeah, you were right,
I
Mark.
started picking up all the B covers for it because they're all a picture of a dead god.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the same style.
I wouldn't be mad if they made this kind of short, though.
Mm-mm.
I think that would be good.
It definitely doesn't ongoing.
Yeah, I agree. But
What was the other one you said you caught up on? That
I'm like 3 or 4 books down on Once and Future from Boom as well. Have you caught that one?
I haven't picked it up.
Yeah, how is that?
That one's really good. They're focusing on man, I'll instantly give it away, but you read it as soon as you
spoiler filled review.
Yeah. Yes. So it's about as if King Arthur came back to life in a very evil, malicious intent. Like he was not the king that everybody thought he was. And his grandma, I guess you don't really learn a lot of backstory about it, but his grandma raised him, and the protagonist basically becomes a monster hunter of this mythology of that past, of what King Arthur used to face, like Merlin and different ghosts and different people. He just keeps on doing it, man.
He's not lying.
It's Barry all the way.
Did you see the cover for Future State Flash?
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed?
Which one? Yeah, I'm just looks like
that's fire.
Looks like
It
an
looks
old
like
woman.
an old Wally West cover though.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Wally's a time wraith in this and going
Yeah.
around attacking all the speedsters.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
why and how, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for something new. And I mean, putting Wally back in, it's only going to be good.
So what did you think? Go ahead.
So this Flash has 1 or 2 books in future slate.
That's the same book. It's just one Flash title. There are multiple Flash. Like there's a different one on the Justice League team, which is farther in the future.
Mhm.
And but as far as the Flash family that they'll exist in the regular Flash title. And I think there's 3 issues, or there's 2 or 3.
Yeah, and then I believe that they're just gonna transfer it off to just a completely different character, but she is the Flash of that like era or universe or wherever they're going.
Was it Kid? What was her name? Kid Quick.
No, it's a new one.
It's like I don't,
Again, there's so many different time eras.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. She's an aunt of somebody, and it's not necessarily a she, because when I read it,
no binary.
Yeah, it was non-binary, so that caught me off guard. So I'm just like, I'm very interested to see where they go with it. So it'll be cool. I mean,
there's a lot of
whatever.
Some really cool stuff with Future State. I hope they don't handle it poorly.
Yeah, my favorite one, and you might be along with me here, Mark, is Justice League Red X. I'm gonna definitely get book 1 for that. See that one? Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the interview a little bit.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, that one I'm really excited for. I keep seeing that cover a bunch, but I mean, honestly, I'm excited for a lot of them. They're gonna get a lot of my damn money.
Now, I think Swamp Thing's going to be I mean, depending on how popular Swamp Thing stays or gets, but it should be a first appearance of the new Avatar, like the new person who is Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay. That sounds cool.
They probably could push Swamp Thing more because of the TV show.
Yeah, I hope to God they pick it back up after CW gets the full season out. Yeah. Have they shown the full season?
I think it got stopped because of coronavirus, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I watched it all on the DC Universe app, but I hope it picks up and they're able to do more with it because it was so well done. It was really good. The Blue Devil was really cool to see.
I'm interested to see where they're going to go with the CW. In all honesty, I mean, you got rid of so many good shows. It's kind of just the Flash now, and Batwoman, or Batgirl.
No, it's Batwoman.
It's Batwoman.
Yeah, Batwoman.
Okay.
Yeah. They got to do.
Well, they still have
running along at the same thing for too long.
They got the Superman show.
Oh yeah, they brand new Superman and Lois.
They do have that. You're right.
And didn't they have a kid in that or something, or aren't they going to have a kid?
They got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they just had like a new baby.
Well, no, there's 2 kids. They're one's they both in high school. Is one like, let's say one's a senior and one's like a freshman.
Oh, okay. They must have.
Is his name Jonathan?
Yeah, one's Jonathan, the other one's I can't remember. Maybe Jake.
I wish they would have had the son Jonathan and this daughter Laura, just like in the Frank Miller stuff, and how his son's always named Jonathan. Because then they could just time jump or alternate Earth it, and you have a whole new series.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is true.
But I think the Superman show was like last minute before everything started going to HBO.
You think they'll do 1 season and be done?
Yeah, it all depends because they got their own universe taking place on HBO and just 2 different varieties. Because one's gonna be gritty, and the other one's gonna be like lighthearted almost.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the HBO stuff.
I wouldn't be mad if HBO like picked up Grant Gustin's show some way, because that would add a depth of darkness to it that it definitely needs. And
a production quality like they weren't used to.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Green Lantern one. They're doing the Far Sector series.
Well, see, that's going to be what the thing about the CW, because Green Lantern's supposed to appear in the CW world, but he's
Mhm.
also
Yeah,
having
Diggle.
his own thing over there too. So that's gonna tell everything from there.
You think they're going to bring Diggle into HBO?
It all depends. Like, it'd be weird if they wouldn't.
It'd
On
piss a lot
some
of people
levels,
off.
it definitely would be, but I don't know why. But I see a lot of those actors from the HBO stuff. I mean, the CW, that's kind of pigeonholed over there. Like it's very soap opera-y and very
Yeah,
team formatted. I don't
But
know.
why would they do
man.
that big Infinite Crisis event showing the different TV shows if they wasn't going to incorporate anybody? You know?
I don't know. They also showed the actual theatrical stuff too when Flash met Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I think it was just fan service, or maybe they were going in one direction. This wouldn't be the first time we saw DC attempt to do something and then completely bail on it. Like
True.
at the start of all the DCEU, they had big announcements of when Cyborg was going to come out, the Flash movie, Justice League 2, and had to bail on all of it and start over from scratch.
Yeah. Now I think the actor who plays Cyborg, he having a problem right now with the director or producer of what's going on right now on HBO.
Yeah. Ray Fisher major problems with Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns from his time on Justice League.
I saw
Yeah.
something about that. I couldn't remember exactly what it's about though.
They filed it. Well, he was claiming that there was an abusive set and this, that, and the other. And they did an investigation on it. He wasn't very cooperative, but they did say that they found stuff that wasn't forthcoming.
Hmm.
Mm.
Interesting. Well, I can't wait for the Snyder Cut. I hope that they do a good job on it. Uh-oh.
Did they ever say how long it's gonna run or not yet?
I saw two things. I didn't look into it too much, but I saw one thing that maybe that they were thinking about possibly breaking up the entire movie into 2 slots, but I only saw that very briefly on Instagram, so it probably was fake. But I think the runtime. Go ahead.
Well, I know it's gonna be a miniseries. I know that for sure.
Yeah. But wait, we are talking about Snyder Cut?
Yeah, it's a miniseries.
Yeah. Man, I'm not sure. I think I saw like around 3 hours, or if not a little bit more, or something like that. Because I mean, obviously they're going to try and get as much money out of it as they can. So, but if they do it right, I think it could rival, something probably not in-game level, but pretty close.
Wow.
Yeah. And then that's all personal, my opinion.
See, I was thinking maybe the same level as maybe like one of the Netflix Marvel shows, maybe,
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe The Mandalorian. Well, I wasn't thinking about movie level. That's
it's hard. I mean, I really like the first Justice League. It wasn't absolutely horrible. Like it wasn't as bad as everybody said. It's just they could have gone different routes and made it just so much stronger in some areas. So I think bringing Snyder back and giving that to, because DC makes money. I mean, there's never been a Batman movie that doesn't make money. So if you correct all the issues that they do, like they're attempting to do, I mean, they're probably already done. I mean, you're gonna make millions. It's just gonna be solid. And if you do it right, you give the Flash a second chance with this Flashpoint movie, and then you bring in different characters. I mean, look at what Aquaman did. That was a good movie, and it made money. So,
So do you believe the 3 Batmans will be successful?
I don't know. 4 parts? Okay, cool. I think bringing Keaton is genius. So I think that will help them more than anything. So, yeah.
Okay.
Constantine would be an awesome addition. He's a smart character.
Well,
I like the one.
He's gonna be in the Justice League Dark movie they're planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a series. Okay.
And I think that they announced that Ben Affleck is no longer going to be. I saw something where it said Michael Keaton's taken over the part of Ben Affleck where he was going to be like the. I don't know what it said. It said something about how you're going to see Michael Keaton as more reoccurring as the old mentor type person. I guess kind of Batman Beyondish, which we already assumed, but they're talking about how you're going to see him in more than just the Flashpoint movie.
Interesting. That'd be awesome.
We can share. Yeah, just a little bit, not that much.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't mind Ben Affleck that much. I thought I did. I don't think that he was horrible.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. I mean, I don't know. He just his fight scenes just seemed a little bit different to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Who, Ben Affleck's?
Yeah. I will say.
Oh, I enjoyed him.
I will say the Batman versus Superman when he like goes to get Superman's mom. That part was pretty cool. Like he's just taking down all those, I guess just gang guys, for
henchmen.
Like,
that was brutal.
Yeah. That's the type of Batman.
Punch that dude so hard his face just planted in the ground.
Yeah. That's the type of Batman.
It's like a perfect blend of comic book and realism.
That's why I'm excited for Pattinson's. I think that they're going to do a good job on the darkness.
That trailer was insane when he beat that dude down.
Yes, focusing on the vengeance, not so much of the doing the right thing. So I think that'll be a good movie.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen Wonder Woman yet?
I have not.
I haven't either. Don't watch it?
No, watch it. Wait.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to like it, but you should watch it and form your own opinion.
Damn. I was really hoping it was going to be gold.
I heard it contradicts the first movie.
Contradicts a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of the first movie it does, but it I don't know. The DC movies are just like the DC comics. The continuity and the timeline's weird. There's just if you haven't seen it, I don't want to say anything. I don't know. The whole movie, just the plot was kind of weak. It was 2.5 hours long, which I never mind a long movie. I prefer a long movie. But the pacing is horrible. There's no real character development for Wonder Woman other than like the whole getting over Steve Trevor thing, which we didn't need 2.5 hours just solely focused on that one hang up. There's no real dilemma outside of that for her.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Pedro's performance as Maxwell Lord. I think they're a little off base with the way they handled Maxwell Lord overall. They didn't utilize Cheetah as much as they should have. The fight was lackluster at the end. The special effects were a little bit off, even for, I don't know, for DC movie, they were definitely off. It feels like Patty Jenkins had 2 or 3 really good scenes in her head that she was thinking of that were very Superman-ish, and she kind of just formed a weak plot around those 2 or 3 scenes.
Wow. Sounds...
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, sounds pretty convincing.
I was upset.
So does that give you hope for the Flash movie, or how does that make you feel about that?
Well, she's not directing it, so.
But she's
We'll
directing
see.
the Star Wars movie though, the Rogue Squadron. So
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know. Well, she also directed Wonder Woman 1, which was really good. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The second Jurassic World was garbage too, but I'm still excited for the third one.
Oh, it was bad?
The second Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, was horrible.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
That was a god-awful movie.
Yeah, number 1 was pretty cool, though.
Number 1 was really cool.
It's a
I
pretty
like
cool
number
idea.
1.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just the first Jurassic Park. Hearing that big-ass T-Rex come through.
For the
They
first
did a-
time.
Yeah. they
Must
really
go
did.
faster. Must go faster.
Yeah. Really wasn't a bad, hell, if I
That
watched
movie,
it right
that movie
now.
still holds up. I could
Yeah.
watch that movie anytime.
I agree.
So, Justin, what did you think of Endless Winter? You said you enjoyed it.
Yes. So book 1 was pretty good. Good opener. Book 2, Flash, a little slow, but I liked it. Book 3 was Superman. Was Endless. Yes, just the Endless Winter special. Was awful. Let's see. But good story. I actually didn't mind Aquaman. This one was
I
pretty
loved
good.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
I was hyped. I was hyped by Aquaman.
Yes, I was
Like,
too.
dude's bringing the heat.
Yes, I love that a lot. And then I really appreciated when here towards nearing the end, where the queen showed up to have his back. I thought that was really cool that they did that. Like she even set aside her own family to help him out. So I really like that part a lot. That one, I will absolutely agree with you. It got me rehyped. Then we're hopping over to Justice League 58. The graphics, as far as like, what we're looking at here, it's awesome. I love the history that they're building. Like this dude, he lost his family. Like he wasn't really, in my opinion, truly trying to be like this evil person. Like it just all got out of hand. He never had anybody teach him. That's pretty much what I got from it.
It reminded me of the Mutant, like triggered by an emotional response and stuff like that.
Yeah, out of empathy. Yeah, you're right. This part I really liked a lot, where the Flash was dogging on Batman. He's like, yeah, I have to always pick Bruce up. So that part was cool. I liked it a lot. Let's see. Then we're switching over to Teen Titans. A little slow on that one. Yeah, I love the cover that I got, so that I felt like that one was really cool. But yeah, it's slow, still telling me some story that I needed. And then I liked the back and forth with Black Adam. That I thought he was a really cool character.
The whole backstory, how in the first little bit they gave us the backstory and it progressed. That's what I was excited for from the get-go.
Right.
And dude, by the time we hit Teen Titans, I was like in it to win it. And then the next one, that Black Adam special.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Now, am I missing one at all? I jumped from this one to this one, right?
Yeah, Black Adam's number 8, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, part 8 and then part 9. Once again, really good. I like where am I? I like the history that they're bringing back and forth. And then they start fighting with the Viking Prince. Just really good story. Like I liked this part a lot when he's charging ahead. I thought the graphics on him were really, really good when they started fighting.
I thought it was awesome when Black Adam stayed back to fight to give him enough time to get away, and then they're all standing there in the little village looking back, and you just see him walk out of like the snow, throwing arms and legs.
Yeah. Let me find that
He's
part.
awesome, man.
Let's see. I think that was actually the previous book, or one of them.
And the Viking Prince went out like a boss.
Yeah.
With the warrior's death.
Yeah, he held his own pretty well.
That final issue went excessively hard, though.
Yeah, and then
you had Wonder Woman's mom, Hippolyta.
Yeah.
Use a little bit of Themyscira magic to call on the spirit of the Viking Prince from Valhalla.
Right.
Because the Green needed a new avatar.
Right. No, I thought that was
awesome. insane.
Yeah, I was like, wait, Diana's mom's gonna come help? Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
And then Flash, when he summed it up in that last issue, he's like, just to sum it up, we have a ghost piloting a swamp thing the size of a building, fighting an ice giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire.
Now I can't remember exactly why. I can't remember just because I rushed through it at the end. Why did Superman attack him and bring him up?
Attack who?
Black Adam, because he was trying to.
Oh, dude. Batman and Hippolyta found.
Yeah. There we go.
Oswald. They found his actual human form trapped underneath the ice where he fell before, and Black Adam goes down there and he's just about to kill him.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't dealing with this shit. Like
he's like, we're not doing this again. No, sir. And then out of nowhere, faster than a speeding bullet, just trucks him. He's like, no, you don't. Up and away. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I really liked how they added Jon Stewart, right, for Green Lantern.
Yes.
John. Yeah. No, I think they did a badass with him. Like he calling on the Justice League and everybody showing up, and like it was team oriented, but it wasn't like stupid. Like it wasn't like, oh God, like everybody help me. It was like, all right, we need to gather and like we need to make this happen. But no, I was impressed. I really, really was.
So how y'all feel about?
They've had Jon Stewart as the Justice League on the team in the regular Justice League run for a while now. He's been ever since Zack Snyder left Justice League. So it's probably been about 15 issues or so. Jon Stewart's been the mainstay Green Lantern on the team, and he's really been kind of leading the team in a lot of the issues.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, I'm excited for all the future state stuff too. To switch the subject a little bit.
Yeah, how y'all feel about the Black Manta being on there?
Yeah,
that one's
Black
really
Manta being
cool.
on what?
I think
the League.
Isn't that after Future State?
Well, I'm not sure. I just seen. I thought it was part of it. I don't know. No, it has to be.
Yeah, after Future State. What is it?
It has to be 4 because I think wasn't Damian Wayne on the cover with him in the League of Shadows outfit. Let me look it up.
I think that's going to be after Future State.
Oh, okay.
I believe, because you have Future State for 2 months where everything's taking a hiatus, which we're in the middle of starting Tuesday, and then after Future State, everything picks up right where it left off, but with a lot of variations and changes. You got a whole new Suicide Squad team like Peacemaker on it. You got a new Justice League team with Black Adam in it and everything, and you have Damian Wayne and Batman, the Bat Family, after the whole Ghostmaker arc, and Batman and Damian just came to terms with each other finally after a long hiatus with each other in Detective Comics. And at them like kind of saying their piece with each other, Batman hands him a Robin. He's like, you always have a place with this. And Damian's like, dude, I've never been your Robin. That's why we have so many problems. I came up with him from a different background. I have different training. You're never going to be able to get this out of me. I just need to be my own person. So now moving forward, you see him in that gray and black outfit looking like just an assassin running with him. It's going to be really cool.
He is an assassin.
Yeah. He's probably the toughest Robin that there's ever been. I'm a big Jason Todd fan, but that was the most recent issue of Detective Comics. That's issue 1033.
Nice. That's cool. That sounds like a really good book. I might need to grab
that. It was really cool.
So do you think this leads into how he is in Batman Beyond?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know how. I haven't been reading Batman Beyond.
Oh, man, you missing out, man. Like, what I'll say is Damian tried to take up the mantle of Batman, but the Batman Beyond suit was too much for him.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You need to add some red in there, though.
Oh, Batman tries.
Yeah.
He tries to give him the Robin symbol.
Oh, okay.
He's like, no, Dad, not gonna happen.
I'm gonna go be the king of the underworld.
Yeah. He was running around solving crimes that Batman had on his basically on his case book.
Yeah.
Tell mommy. So like they in Batman, I think it was Detective Comics 1027. They did all those little short stories in there, and one of them was this little black case book that Batman has that got stolen that has all these old unsolved crimes that he's kind of working on when he can. And Damian stole it, went out there and started busting heads. But it was really cool. Hush came back. Hadn't seen Hush in a while, and coming back when Damian's around was a bad idea. He wasn't ready for that. And Adrian brought up a really cool point. All this stuff with The Last Ronin is going to kill me. They just announced The Last Ronin director's cut with all kind of cool behind the scenes and history stuff added into it with like a $10.99 price tag on it. But the cover is the 1 in 10 variant that they did, but it's in I think it's in like green and white. It's not even black and white.
I just picked up my issue 1 of that last week.
Did you get to read it yet?
Yeah, I read it already, but I missed the physical, so I had to get the read on digital.
Dude, it is amazing. Who was your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I don't know. Like, is it gonna be Donnie or Raphael?
I've been a Michelangelo guy my whole life, and I was like this the whole time leading up to that, praying that it would be Mikey.
Well, to me, it makes sense because um, it's an old storyline that I think the majority of them got killed the same way. So that's how I kind of knew it was gonna be Mikey.
And I think I'm wondering how they're going to play it going forward because the cover for issue 2, it's got like Raph's Sai on it. And I've seen some variants with like Raph surrounded by foot soldiers with like arrows in them and stuff. So I'm wondering if they're going to play it like I think it's only 5 issues and we burned 1 issue already. So you can kind of with the next 4 issues kind of knock off a turtle and a flashback in each issue or knock off 1 or 2 of them. But I'm guessing we're going to see how they all fall in the next issue if they all died at the same time in this.
I can't think of her name right now. But you think they're gonna have the yellow one in there?
Jenica, no, not a chance. I don't think they're Eastman's a big fan of Jenica, if I remember correctly.
Now, are they for the last Ronin? Are they doing that? Was a one shot, right?
No.
Which one? No, 5 issues.
5 issues. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and I highly recommend everyone hop over to Big Time Collectibles and take a look at the John Jang variants. They are insane, absolutely insane.
I have number 1, but I still hadn't read it. It's embarrassing.
It is so good. Like it's just a it's a sprint from the front cover to the back cover. It is just a sprint.
Honestly, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's really cool how they handle it too, because obviously there's only 1 turtle left. So like the ghosts of his brothers are still with him, like the whole like spiritual level where he's either crazy or it's just like some kind of connection he had with his brothers where he's hearing them talk to him the whole time he's storming the castle. He's like trying to get through the city to the tallest building and get through all the security to get to his target. Are
they aged or like are they teenagers?
Oh no. This isn't a like an alt future here.
Oh, okay.
So they're all he's aged, but they're just like you see the ghosts of them every now and then, but they're done like how a ghost would look, so you can't tell who is who. And the whole time you're reading it, like you're hearing them talking to him like you're doing that wrong, you should go this way, this, that, whatever. But you're trying to figure out which turtle is which.
Interesting.
Like the whole time you're reading it, you're trying to find out who's alive, who is this, who's the Ronin that I'm reading about.
Yeah.
But it was gut wrenching at the end, man.
That's cool.
It was really good.
I heard
for the first time ever, I see the comic vet say the wrongest thing I've ever seen. Should have been Leo. Not at all. Not at all. Not a chance.
I like the mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Splinter. I was never
mouse.
I never got into turtles. I always wanted to because it looked awesome, but that was the only thing. Yeah.
They're in New York. It's a rat.
Yeah, no, I know.
But it was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. Oh wow!
I think it's like 20. I think it's like 20 years in the future.
Yeah.
April's pretty old.
Yeah, she's very old. Her and Mikey both got a few liver spots. She's all scarred up. She's looking like she's been beat up. And look here. We have a dispute in the chat. Should have been Leo. No, they did it perfectly. Yeah, I think that Mikey was the right way to go for a few reasons. And I've talked about this before, but Mikey was the first Ninja Turtle they ever drew before they had a comic when Eastman and Laird just sat there and sketched out the idea with each other. It was a turtle drawn with nunchucks. And then after years have gone by now and Mikey, like they kind of got them all their own like character type, like Leo's the leader, Raph's the attitude and the muscle, Donnie's the tech guy, and Mikey's the comic relief. So it gives you the most character development, taking what you perceive as the weakest one or the goofball and making him this diehard, serious, like killer now. Like, what did he have to go through to go from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other one? You know, with Raph, that's just Raph. You know, it would have been 0 character development. With Donnie, I don't know. He just seems like they don't use him that often. And with Leo, I guess you could just have like a tainted Captain America type. You know, he's so honorable and he's the leader, and for him, it'd just be kind of sad, but it wouldn't have as much depth, in my opinion, as with Mikey.
Well, Leo would have been okay because Leo has a lot of near misses. Like he almost died a couple times.
Yeah. Donnie did die. I know that they killed him off in the IDW run. I think they brought him back though.
Yeah, I think he's the first one to die. Or he got.
But I'm excited for it.
hand cut off or
I'm
something.
gonna read it here soon. I got it right
Yeah,
here.
you should definitely read it. I'm sure you already knew that Mikey was the last Ronin, so I don't feel too bad for mentioning that.
No, it's okay. I've gotten good at like just rubbing off like spoilers. Like, oh, no big
Yeah.
deal. Yeah. Still fun for me,
You,
unless it's something I like super care about.
either one of y'all reading death metal?
And, I
Yes,
mean, nah,
I'm-
I fell
yeah.
off. I'm trying to get back on. 'Cause I want to see how the end is going to be. Like, how's that going to change so much stuff?
Yeah, you're going to need to go back to death metal issue number 5 and just go from there. Then, like,
Yeah.
there's so many tie-ins.
It really
Like,
is.
it's not. I mean, you get about 2 to 3 tie-ins between each issue, and these are not throwaway tie-ins. These are not King in Black tie-ins where you can read them if you want, don't if you don't. It might as well just be the next issue. It just picks up where the issue leaves off, and so the tie-ins 100% matter. There's been like one that wasn't an absolute necessity in order for the story, but like the final big fight like took place in the tie-in issue, and it like the final tie-in issue it was just awesome.
After
But,
7, it's done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get the finale next week, as well as the start of Future State and DC Generations Shattered, which that book will be explaining what you're wanting to know about how they're about to change so much with all the timeline and the complete history of the DC universe, all in continuity now, and it all counts and it all matters.
Now, when you say that, you mean this Wednesday or next Wednesday?
This coming to day after tomorrow.
Yeah, the 5th, 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Yep. And so the Future State will take you into that like potential future that they could be leading into, but the actual book that's taking us from current DC to it's going to be branded Infinite Frontier after Future State is over. Like the DC moving forward from there for a little while, it's going to have a logo over it, kind of like how all the Future State stuff says Future State right there. It'll all have Infinite Frontier, but on the left, just as kind of like, I guess, just like bringing readers and stuff.
That's a badass cover.
What, that Superman?
Yeah, see, like, man,
Oh, yeah.
like that with a flash, not like an old, scary-looking woman.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a bad guy. He's supposed to look like that. His suit all hanging off of him because he's all skin and bones. He's just
I know, but
screeching.
like, give him an all-black suit. Make him look like a time wraith. You know, like make him look scary.
You don't think it looks more intimidating being his familiar suit, just not looking right, taking an idea or an image that you know so well in your head and distorting it?
When you give me that detail, then yes, I will agree with you.
I don't know.
Back to
I don't know because the Flash TV show did the Saboteur thing, with the blue and the black,
Yeah.
I might well.
What's more scarier? Like if you're watching a horror movie like this unsuspected little thin man that for some reason you can't stop despite the fact that he's thin and brittle looking and he's just dominating you, or the Incredible Hulk. Like you're about to get killed by the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a hard one.
It's added. It's an element of horror instead of an element. It just looks horrific. And even look at him like that. There's some more realistic art from basically, not a painted cover, but his suit's still hanging off of him. You can tell that it's all wrinkly and stuff.
Yeah.
But
like the detail
in his face.
Yeah, like you can see in it as like he's like in the and stuff. Like he's super aged.
Now the Generation Shattered. This is a one shot in terms of it being called Generation Shattered, but there'll be another Generations other word other than Shattered after this. But there's an awesome Lee Bermejo cover. So you see the team. You have Golden Age Batman right there with John Henry Irons, which is an awesome choice for a Superman character. He's cool, and that way we're not just going to have like someone that can just walk through everyone. But Booster Gold, and he has Skeet, so there's your time jumper right there. And they kind of teased this in Tech 1027 when Skeet and Commandy came and picked up Golden Age Batman. Then you have Starfire, and you have Green Lantern Sinestro. So this is before he went Yellow Lantern. So this team is across all of time of DC right here. So this is going to be explaining the loose continuity, how all these people are existing together. So if you want to know how they're going to do that, you're going to need to pick that up Tuesday, where they're getting into that.
I loved Booster and Heroes in Crisis.
Yes. What an awesome team up, him and Harley. Dude,
Yeah.
I love weird
I
team
like
ups.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the dynamic was hilarious. And you had to have a little bit of element of that in such a serious book dealing with PTSD and like heroes killing heroes and Wally losing his family and being lost in time but present in space. Like, that's crazy.
I wouldn't say that that's one of my favorite miniseries, but just with the depth that they did put into that story, I do commend them on that because that was pretty good.
Tom King.
Yep.
I'm a fan.
Burke's not. I don't believe
Burke's freaking out in the chat right now. Let me go look.
Yeah.
I had it off the chat for a second.
I did buy Doomsday Clock. You can see it right here. I bought all like the entire. Here, I'll get it. Stop being lazy.
You should grab it. Doomsday Clock was really good.
You think so? I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Like, I was all into it. Then at the end, I was like, oh, I wanted.
I was excited to get the Justice Society back. I wasn't expecting to see a fist fight between Superman and Dr. Manhattan. I think a lot of people were, or some form of a fight, but yeah, that's an awesome cover. That's a cover to issue 12.
Yeah, it's every single book. It came out like a couple weeks ago. I bought it the day it came out because you told me to read this one and then Justice and then Green Lantern. So this one and then Green Lantern, then I'll caught up.
Which because we were talking about Jeff Johns, weren't we?
Yeah. So I have almost every single Jeff Johns story. Almost.
Wow. Yeah. Did you get the Green Lantern Rebirth? Not.
That's the only one.
Not the new Rebirth stuff. You have to go back to the early 2000s.
Yeah.
That was just the name of the story arc.
Yeah.
Because Hal Jordan was the Spectre for years.
Right.
And it was a story of him coming back from being the Spectre.
Yeah. I read a couple books. I found it digital. I read up the first couple pages, but then I was like, nah, I really want to read this physically. So I stopped.
Yeah, it's really good. I hate the time delays that it got hit with because that took a lot of the stride out of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another one kind of like Three Jokers where I think what they were originally intending to use it for changed at some point along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And they still delivered something rather than nothing.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed the story though.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that ending was amazing. There's some loopholes like we talked about before, but I was truly impressed with the ending.
I've been enjoying the Black Label storylines.
The black and white Batman.
No, the Black Label, dude.
Yeah. That's how comics should be made for sure.
I think I've gotten all of them except the Sandman universe stuff that they've done Black Label and the Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey. Other than that, I've picked up all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The final issue of Hellblazer Rise and Fall comes out Tuesday. Also, the Black Label book.
That's a nice cover.
It is. They've done some really cool cover Bs for this one. I can't remember the artist who's done all the cover As, but I've ended up picking up all cover Bs for it. I'm a sucker for painted covers.
That is a serious cover.
And I like it how they do them in the prestige format, how they're slightly bigger, the magazine size. Because it just gives the art just boom. The Superman Year One was the first one I picked up under the Black Label stuff. And they had John Romita Jr. on the art. And I'm a fan of John Romita Jr.'s. And I can totally understand why a lot of people don't really care for his art. But he did a bang-up job in that book. And whoever was coloring his work, I think that's where a lot of the misses come in, is when you have someone who doesn't really pair well with him, or when he's on like a bi-monthly book where he's just churning it out too fast. But I don't know. That Superman Year One was beautifully done.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that one too.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't too big of I can't really sing the praises for Frank Miller's writing in it, because I feel like he was trying to just lay into old tricks a lot, where he was kind of repeating dialogue a lot, just using a lot of bubbles just to say the same words over. I'm not sure why he does that or what he was going for, but I enjoyed the timeline of it, the time era of it. I enjoyed him having his little mermaid girlfriend like he did back in I think the 60s. So they tapped into some older stuff there. It was really cool. And that whole issue 2 in Atlantis was it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. What other great stuff is coming up? Do you have any future state titles other than Flash? You're going to pick up, or any that you're looking forward to, Specs?
The Teen Titans. Well, I guess Teen Titans Academy for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Is that the one with Red X in it?
Well, I'm not sure. I know it's one that the original Titans from like the TV show. They have a school like the X-Men or the Strange Academy is in Marvel, and they're teaching new students that way. So he might be in both titles actually.
Nice. I saw a title for, I don't know which book it was on. I have to go back and look, but you just see him standing there and like the Teen Titans just laying on the ground around him.
So I seen the one that is him behind Nightwing or Deathstroke, whoever that is. You know.
I wonder where what book his first appearance is going to be in.
It has to be issue 1. When they do anything.
I think there's going to be DC's good at hiding first appearances, though. They're really good at it.
That's true. They are.
Like with the Batman Who Laughs, they did his first appearance in one of the week tie-ins. It wasn't even one of the main tie-ins for Death Metal. It was just Teen Titans 12. And then the Robin King, the way they did him, they kind of pushed it like it was going to be Death Metal issue 2, but they put it out in a one-shot unannounced. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get tricky with it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I know I'm probably picking up a little bit better than half of them.
Woman.
Oh yeah.
Woman Eternal. I think this the name of it.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That takes place literally at the end of time.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. I think they're trying to catch up how Thor is going right now. DC trying to make her their Thor.
Thor is amazing. I'm a couple books down, and I've only been.
Wonder Woman's amazing, despite that new movie. Thor's another one I kind of regret not jumping on the train when it left the station because I hear nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, it's good. Like, I think him and this former alter ego or the guy he used to use with the cane,
Donald Blake.
Yeah, they're beefing right now.
I was talking to somebody in the community, and he said that last issue that that character Don Blake showed up in Asgard with a scalpel and just took everyone out with a scalpel, just surgically.
Crazy.
Like cut the sword out of Sif's arm, all kinds of nut stuff. But just hearing that made me think I need to be on that title.
Yeah.
This is my Christmas present to myself, a 9.8.
What issue is that?
Number 1, volume 2.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a big book, isn't it?
Nah, a 9.8 is like 100 and already slabbed. It's like, I don't know. I've seen it sell for like 150, 150s or 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not a little book.
I have one already at a 6, and it can definitely get very close to a 9. It just needs a little love. It's got a lot of pressable defects.
Are you going to work on it yourself?
Yeah. I've gotten really good. I don't know how it happened, but my Batman and Catwoman, it had a nasty tear at a bend at the bottom. No idea how it happened, and I small humidity bath, pressed it for half an hour, brand new. So I've gotten pretty good at it. I mean, there's some things I still want to learn better, like spine rolls. What to do with tears and stuff like that, and that'll just come over time. But
Gorilla glue.
Exactly.
Just glue them.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I've gotten pretty good at it. I have just attention to detail. Yeah.
I'd be too nervous to try that.
I just picked up
that Tales to Astonish, and I don't know if you can see it. It's in a Mylar, so that just puts all kind. But that's the staple facing forward. So I want to get that staple back on the side.
Yeah, that one's the tricky one. That's That's tricky to do. You gotta bend it and move it and just play with it in a really difficult way so you don't ruin it. That was really sexual.
That was really sexual. All right. Well, I am about to get ready to wrap it up for the night. I've got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll finally get an off day on Tuesday, which works for me.
Yeah.
Because I can pick up all my DC books on Tuesday.
Yeah,
That's a good off day.
It is. But I do appreciate everybody stopping by. Yeah. Tyler over at Whack Comics said he guarantees 9.8s. Never a cover destroyed. Also said he's never messed with humidity bath. He needs to buy some cheap books to practice on.
Yeah, that's definitely how you do it.
Yeah. I don't think I have the time to start a new hobby right now. But I appreciate all y'all that do.
Yeah. Why not waste a few hours?
Yeah. I wish I had a few hours to waste.
Yeah,
Same.
that's
I
true.
say that while we've been on here for about an hour and a half, but
Yeah.
that's after I get everyone to bed and then argue with Finn while we're doing this to go back to bed.
Love it.
Yeah. But I do appreciate you guys stopping in, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you inviting me, man.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. I look forward to hearing what you think of how death metal plays out.
All right. I'll be catching up on it. Till next time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to head out from here. And I do have Specks information in the description below. I have his website where you can check out his comic Legacy of the View. He's got 2 issues out that are available to purchase now. He's got them digitally and physical copies. And then I've got Justin's channel link in the description below. If you haven't already, go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. And thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.